Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Today we have an MBA graduate who will be working as a full-time employee soon. So let's just hear what she has to say about her life in Germany.
Okay, so I'll start with a little bit of introduction. My name is Shruti and I come from India. And the question about how did I get to Germany is when I was back in India, of course, after my engineering, I got a job with an IT company and into development and things like that. So I was, let's move a step forward. So that's how the MBA thing came to me, where I wanted to move into a more of leadership kind of roles. So I came across this program in India itself, in Mumbai. It's called the college is called SPJMR in Mumbai. It's in Andheri. So they had this program called as a global management program, where they had partnered with universities in Europe and USA. And so I chose Germany. So I did a 6 months program in Mumbai, and after that I came to Germany last year in Jan 2019 at EBS. I did my MBA at EBS University, which is in Osterwinkel, quite close to Frankfurt. And I was, that's how I came to Germany and the whole MBA thing happened. And I've been here in Germany for the past 1.5 years. It's always good. I had some German beginners experience, or rather I did my beginner course in German, A1 and A2 back in India. So I think that was quite beneficial for me, because when you land in Germany, yes, the airports do have a lot of stuff in English, but otherwise when you have to go to a shop, buy coffee, just go to the supermarket, I think you cannot function here without German. So I was a little bit at an advantage, I feel, because I had some basic idea of German, which helped me to do my daily things. So that's the culture. I wouldn't say it was a cultural shock or whatever. It's how it is here in Germany, and I think it's always good to adapt to be so that you can involve with the community here and be involved with people here. So that language, it's always good to have some basic knowledge of German before you move to Germany. And weird things would be, people are not very social here. People are a little cold here. They do not open up that easily. But when they see that you're putting efforts in German and you're speaking to them in German, it makes them really happy that, a foreigner is coming to your country, speaking their language. So I have observed that makes them really happy. And once they start getting to know you and communication happens, then I think they're really nice people. They're really nice people. So cultural shock as such, of course, I'm coming from a country like India. So where there's lots of crowd and people are lively and so on and so forth. Well, it's not like that here. Things start pretty early here. Shops close by 8 at night. Sundays, nothing is working. No shops are open. So that's the normal now. You get used to it over time. But other than that, it's been really fine. So as I said, I studied at the EBS University, and I'll speak a little about my program. So I did a general MBA, which is Masters in Business Administration. So the course was over a duration of 1.5 years. So we had 2 semesters followed by a thesis semester, which is compulsory for you to do. And it is all, if you want to do MBA in my college or in my university, they demand experience. So 3 to 4 years of work experience is good if you want to do your MBA, and which is the case in most of the universities here in Germany, to have some kind of work experience. The course, something about the course, since it's a general MBA program, we were made to do everything. I did courses in finance, I did courses in marketing, I did courses in operations, strategy, and so on. And there was a lot of practical experience as well, because one of my course was, it was called the consulting field study. So where we had an actual client, like in business in Germany, so we kind of gave him consulting advice how he can move his he wanted to basically move from the traditional, they were a magazine, a newspaper publishing in agency or industry or company, and they wanted to move from the traditional way of distributing news to a more digital way. So we helped them doing that, created a financial model and so on and so forth. So this comes with the basic knowledge that you study, and then you're also applying that into your practical experience. So you get to know how it is done. So that is something that I really enjoyed in my university. And you get to meet people coming from different countries. So that was good. And overall, the professors were good. So it's not like you have to do a lot of things on your own, do a lot of research, do a lot of case studies. That's how typical MBA programs are. You get a lot of case studies. You need to, and that's how they teach via case studies. So I think that's something that I really found interesting. And it's more like you have to do things rather than they helping you or making you do things. So you have to take the initiative and do a lot of things. So, which is good. That's how you learn, I feel. So that's the thing about which I found really good at my university. Okay, so I've always been quite interested in leadership roles, and I was a developer back in India, and I always wanted to go a step further, as I had already mentioned. And it is, I'm not saying that I can't do it in India, but always a foreign exposure is good, and it also helps you evolve in certain ways, and in many ways actually. So that was the total idea behind coming to a foreign country and doing my MBA. So yeah, the challenge, I got, after my first semester last year, I got an internship with a company. It's an IT company because I had some kind of IT experience. So, and I could convert that internship to a full-time opportunity. And I start as a junior project manager. Of course, dealing with teams, taking care of teams. It's a typical project management kind of job. So I think that's basically how I came to Germany, and I'm going to start with my job soon, hopefully. Yes, when it comes to opportunities, there are plenty of opportunities here. It's a wide market. There are lots of jobs available in all kinds of field, I can say. You have jobs, MBA in finance, strategy, operations, and so on and so forth. But what I'd say is you always need a starting point to get somewhere. You don't just it's not as easy how it works in the other countries, but the only reason being the language. So if you can speak the language really well, then you can get the job that you want, be it strategy or be it finance or whatever, you get it. But if you cannot, then there is a trade-off. Then you probably have to do something that you don't want to do, or something of that sort, till the time you pick up the language. So the advantage that I had is I had some kind of IT experience, and there are plenty of IT opportunities here in Germany. The new norm, the digital transformation thing. So most of the companies are undergoing digital transformation. So there is plenty of IT opportunities here. So because I had some kind of IT experience, some technical knowledge, so it kind of made my work easier. But since it's a project management role, most of MBA roles are client facing. So you need to know German. So once you can speak really good German, people are able to understand, you can communicate. I think there are plenty of opportunities. You can get the job that you want. Well, for studying, you don't need German because courses here happen in English. But when you're going out with your colleagues or supermarkets and daily life, German is always good. It's because people are more comfortable to speak in their mother tongue, or that's the language they speak daily. So they're more comfortable speaking in that rather than English. So yes, if you pick up the language, it's more easier for you to kind of adapt and be involved with the community here and with the people here. So I think German is really important. And yeah. Racism, I'm a little, I'm in two minds about it. I wouldn't still call it racism. But yeah, people do comment saying that you're dark skinned and things like that. But I think it's just, I wouldn't sometimes people in Germany are really direct, like they're really honest, they're really direct. So they just say it. Probably they don't mean it, that it's probably a racist comment or something like that. So, well, other than that, I don't think racism as such a phase where, yeah, I don't think that's a situation. In fact, Indians, as I come from India, I mean, Indians get jobs pretty easily here because most of them come for this IT kind of roles and stuff. And yeah, so I don't think that's a problem as well. For MBA field, be prepared to learn the language, because MBA roles are all mostly client-facing roles. Nothing can work without language. So that's the first thing, learn the language. Other than that, some basic things, be proactive, like even when you're doing internships, work students, be as proactive as possible, because you're proactive, people will notice you, and that's how you can kind of convert your internship or a work student opportunity to a full-time. So do your networking, get in touch with people, and so I think that's just the basic things. And yeah, what was the next question?
So it was like normally like general suggestions to people who are coming to Germany.
General suggestions, as I said, coming to a foreign country and you're where people don't speak English at all, and you don't want to have like a complete shock when you land into the country, so do your basic German courses. How to say, how to greet, how to buy stuff from the supermarket, how to buy a cup of coffee, do that. And other than that, I think once you come here, you get used to it, you will pick up a lot of things. Life is not so difficult in Germany. So, I mean, don't be in two minds if you think you want to come to Germany. Just take that step, come to Germany. Life's not difficult, as I said earlier. Just a little bit of the language is the only problem. Once you learn the language, life is quite chill, quite easy. You have a good work-life balance here, and it's a very beautiful place. So yeah, take that step, come to Germany, and if you have any questions, do get in touch with us. Okay, that's all. All the best.
Wow, thanks a lot, Shruti, for your valuable words. I'm sure.
I hope it has helped people.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It will help people.
Exactly. I'm sure it will be really helpful for a lot of people out there.
Okay guys, if you all have any questions or you all want a specific person to be interviewed from a specific background, please make sure you all put it in the comments section down. Thank you.
Exactly. So guys, if you have liked the video, please make sure you like,
share
and subscribe. So thanks a lot, guys.
Until next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.
So guys, if you have liked the video, please like.
I was supposed to say. Listen, I will say.